Artificial intelligence. Stay on camera. Anyway, artificial intelligence. A lot of people are under the impression that artificial intelligence is a relatively new thing. You know, it's basically the whole involvement of high-tech computers, both in hardware and software, and some stupid attempt to build this, super machine that could, think like a human and all this other stuff, and analyze and carry out functions and all this other stuff. It's just, yeah, okay. But what a lot of people just don't understand is that artificial intelligence just goes way back. I mean, way back to the time we first started making simple tools, a spear, simply take a long straight stick and sharpen the edge and throw it, very simple artificial intelligence. Later they made other discoveries. You tie some feathers on the back of the spear, and to help it fly straighter. So there is artificial intelligence at work. And then it includes taking a rock in your hand, using it like a hammer. And eventually we started tying stones onto the ends of rocks, so it gave us more leverage and more power, stuff like that. That is artificial intelligence at work. Now, as time went on, we continued to evolve, we continued to expand in the realm of artificial intelligence with creating other tools, and we eventually learned how to communicate artificially with our mouths, and our primitive architecture for creating sounds and so forth. And over time we evolved to incorporate more complex sounds, and that led to creating languages. We started to develop languages, in spoken form, basically whatever group we may have been in, way back when, we became familiar with certain sounds and tied in with, body language, which isn't really artificial. It's just basically we have a natural body language. But anyway, in this artificial language developed more and more, and then we started developing symbols and pictures and everything to correspond with a lot of the sounds that we're making. Plus certain cultures evolved into pictorial kinds of symbols to describe animals and mountains and trees and whatever. And that became incorporated into the language. Uh, you know, Chinese, for example, a lot of your Native American, Native South American languages are highly pictorial, but they also developed, sounds and everything to mix in. And like I said, this is artificial intelligence at work. And over time, as we continue to progress, especially in the use of technology, we invented more and more things through our discoveries. And we basically started writing things down, so we could remember them and then pass them on to the next generation. See, it's all evolving artificial intelligence. And as time went on, we eventually started asking ourselves all these questions of purpose and why are we here, and all these different philosophies and religions. It doesn't really matter which one came first. It's hardly important. Philosophy, governments started to form, people sharing their thoughts, a collective mindset began to emerge in groups, and the groups led to bigger groups and led to, societies and cultures and all that other stuff. That's artificial intelligence. We began creating and inventing more advanced things, say like creating music. Music is another form of artificial intelligence. Music has a very broad effect on our minds. It oohs us and ahs us and stimulates us and comforts us, to a large degree. Stimulates us. And then, you got to include sculptures, art, paintings, all the different structures that we've built, throughout our history. The Great Wall of China, the Egyptian pyramids, the Sphinxes, all the big cathedrals and the big spacious castles and all the forts and all that other stuff, all these things to shelter us from the natural world. Everything we've done is all artificial intelligence, is the result of artificial intelligence. All the gods that were invented, including the one God of the Jews and the Hebrews and whoever, that's artificial intelligence. The literature, the Bible, the Talmud, all the religious writings, that's artificial intelligence. Doesn't matter what religion or philosophy or whatever you're into, it's all the same. It's all artificial intelligence. So, and then Christianity began to be developed by the powers that be at the times. Jesus Christ was basically just some person who traveled to the east, Asia, China, India, and learned a lot of healing techniques, and came back to the Mesopotamian area, and people just blew him all out of proportion, and the powers that be of the times saw this and saw how people were awed and inspired by this man. So they basically hyped him up and tied in a bunch of hybridized immaculate conception crap along with it to give him more awe and more godlike appeal and all this son of God crap, you know. And that's all artificial intelligence. And the way we develop all of our education system, that's basically all structured environment, artificial structured environment, and we basically passing everything on to our kids, you know. So, and history, you know, if our history has shown us anything, is that we definitely are so incompetent that we can't even use even our natural intelligence, that we have to create artificial intelligence to survive. So I'm just using it as a tool of expression, you know. I'm not out to fuck anybody. I'm not out for profit. I'm not out for fame, you know, or recognition's maybe a small part of it. The attention is a small part of it. But overall, I'm using my artificial intelligence to, you know, shed some light on a few things and try and get people to think in different lines. Get people to think with their brain, to really absorb things, absorb everything you can, and because there's a lot out there that's got to be, you know, absorbed and or discarded. So it's like, there's just a lot of shit out there, folks. I mean, you know, you got to unlock yourself from all the linguistics and the music and the distractions and the hobbies and the work and the money, because it's just clogging your brain, you know. So it's something that all of us human beings need to come to terms with, or we're all dead, you know. We're extinct, and we'll wind up taking a lot of other life forms with us, and basically turn this whole planet into a worthless lump of rock floating through space. And if that's our destiny, which I don't believe in, I stand on the premise that I think we're a lot better than this. I know we're a lot better than this. I know we're a lot more intelligent than this. You know, we're not the most intelligent of life forms on this planet. We are just amongst the intelligent life forms on this planet. And I mean, it's all pretty much human supremacy, and artificial intelligence is right there. You know, you've got to examine it for everything that it is. You know? I mean, really examine it.